a zero sugar Pepsi lime, and you guys know I like to bake and I like to cook and all that stuff. So I baked some sugar-free brownies. That's the stuff that will get me high as a kite tonight. Nah, I'm just joking, guys. There's no THC or anything in there. It's not the dirty brownies. Don't worry. But anyway, that's what they look like. Yeah, perfect. I baked them perfect. And I got a little bit of whipped whipped cream to maybe dip them in a little bit too. I mean, I could have liked to put some on or whatever, but I'm like, I'm gonna dip them. I'm gonna do it my style. If I had like a restaurant, I'd be like, yo, hold it. I'm gonna do it my style. Anyway. Anyway, guys, before I get started with the UFC card, UFC 319 card, I just want to say, guys, thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed. I appreciate everyone who's supporting me. I honestly appreciate it. At the end of the day, I just like doing this with you guys, but the subscribers help, the support helps. It really helps with the motivation, especially when there's days where I'm like, I don't want to record, or I don't want to do this. I just want to sit and be a fat ass and sit on the couch and eat. Just kidding. But no, I really do. Sometimes it is hard to, it takes a lot of time with you guys. Like, it takes time to do my setup and everything, because I put everything away after. So it takes time to do that, and it's a little bit more work than some people might anticipate. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to start drinking, eating, and talking about the UFC. Oh, that's good stuff. Okay, so I have the card up here. I'm not going to talk about every fight just because some of these fighters I don't know. And quite frankly, I'm kind of ashamed of myself because I used to be like such a hardcore fan that I knew like almost every fighter in the roster and everything. But then again, I shouldn't be really hard on myself because like the UFC is just, you could watch some of videos on why the UFC is kind of like going downhill, but the audience or like the popularity is so high, right? It's popular, but it's like people just don't care about some of the fighters. They just don't have that factor. But anyway, we'll start off with the one fight at lightweight, and this is criminal to put these guys at the bottom of the prelims, but Edson Barboza and Andrade Klaus. That's a really, really good fight. Alright, next fight. I'm just kidding. Edson Barboza was like in the top 5 or top 10 lightweight for like a couple of years, maybe 4 or 5 years, and then everyone kind of figured out a way to beat him. And I think that's kind of been his downfall, because he hasn't, in my opinion, really like evolved as a fighter in a way. He relies on a lot of his kicks and whatnot, and when he kicks, he fucks. But he's kind of like a guy that he's very predictable in a way, and I think once one fighter kind of exposed him, a lot of fighters will kind of follow suit. But he's still very dangerous. I mean, you can't let the guy kick you. But you're close. He's been kind of close to close. He's been really close to cracking the top 15. Maybe he has cracked the top 15. I can't remember, but he's definitely in there, and he's definitely making up there. I just think Drakkar Klaus, he's I haven't watched a lot of his fights, but I think I really feel like he can figure out Edson Barboza pretty quickly. pretty quickly and do what everyone else does, is just back Edson Barbosa up. And once you back him up, he has nothing to offer you. So I got Drakkar close for this one. And then the next fight, lightweight again, got Chase Hooper and Alexander Hernandez, where you have Chase Hooper, that's going upward in the rankings. Excuse me. And then you have Alexander Hernandez that kind of started at the top, who actually, I think he beat Edson Barbosa. No, sorry, he didn't beat. Edson Barbosa. He beat somebody else in his debut at like number 13, and then he seemed like he was gonna be impressive. And then he talked mad shit against Cowboy there and got his ass handed. And ever since then, I feel like he's not the same fighter. I still think he's dangerous in any fighter can turn around. We've seen champions win it at like 41, 42 years old. So it's not to say that, I think he's still young enough. He's got some miles in him. But Chase Hooper is definitely on the upside. It's just a matter of, can Chase Hooper have the skills to stand with someone like Alexander Hernandez, who has pretty good stand-up. That's kind of the question of this matchup. And I kind of thought about it, but I think Chase Hooper's got probably enough stand-up that it's going to lead to a lot of those takedowns or a lot of that jiu-jitsu. So I kind of have more Chase Hooper in this fight, but you can't take out Alexander. You can't count him out anyways, but that's the word I was trying to think. You can't count him out. But I'm going to go with Chase Hooper on this one. And then another one on the prelims, it's Jessica Andrade and Lupi Godinez. I'm actually shocked that Jessica Andrade took this fight. I mean, it was only like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, that she got beat by my girl Jasmine Videos, who she's like, I call her my hometown girl because she only lives about 3 hours away from here, and it's awesome to have like our Canadian fighters in like that top 5, top 10 again. It feels like I'm getting that GSP or Rory McDonald vibes again. So that's pretty awesome. So before I start to talk about that, let's dip some shit. That's good. Damn flies around here. It's like fruit flies. Those little bastards are so annoying. Yeah, that's really good. That's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so the brownies are sugar-free, but the whipped topping it's a no name, so we're on a budget here. But the whipped cream is not sugar-free, but it's pretty light, all things considered. Like, it's got sugar, yes, but it's not heavy. Like, I could eat half the thing, it would still amount to like maybe 10 grams of sugar. Anyway, sorry, where was I going? So we got Jessica Andrade and Jasmine Videos. They fought. Sorry, Jessica Andrade and Lupi Godinez, who's also Canadian. Well, sorry, she's Canadian now, but she's Mexican-born, Mexican-Canadian. And Lupi Godinez is amazing freaking wrestler, but Jessica Andrade is like freaking strong too. But we've kind of seen how everyone's beating Jessica Andrade, which is wild because she's known for her blitzes of power, but she is also incredibly strong and can pick people up and can wrestle too, which is wild. So sometimes when you see her wrestle, is she that good? Or, you gotta question question when you've seen her fights. But Jessica Andrade has had so many freaking UFC fights, it's insane. She's like the Dawn Cerrone or the... I mean, Dawn Cerrone had a lot of UFC fights, but I'm trying to think of somebody else. Dustin Poirier had a lot of UFC fights in his career, all things considered. But anyway, she's been in the game for a long time, and I think there's been so much, and people, the same thing with Edson Barbosa, people have kind of found a way to beat her, which is wild, because, you know, you would think or one of her stronger suits is the wrestling, and then everyone just takes her down and basically ragdolls her and just does whatever they want to her, so that's kind of wild. But, Lupe Godinez is a freaking phenomenal wrestler, and I think she's got really good stand-up, and, I really think that Lupe's got this fight, and I'm not trying to be biased because I'm, you know, a fellow Canadian here, but, Lupe is, yeah, Lupe's freaking good, and she's kind of on the trajectory to greatness too, and I think that Jessica Andrade is kind of, I don't want to say she's on her way out, but I just think that she hit her peak, and she's kind of slowly going down, and the new era fighters are coming in, and, it'll be really interesting to see how she's going to approach this fight, because she lost against Jasmine, and no offense to Jasmine, but it was just one of those fights that I think a lot of people, I don't know if, I think a lot of people probably had, you know, it was a weird matchup, because I had Jasmine too. I was like, hey, I gotta go for my girl, but I really thought she was gonna win. But, you know, it was a part of the back of my head thinking, she's fighting Jessica Andrade, who can fucking blitz her ass. Okay, that's one curse of the video. So I just thought, yeah, there's no way. But, I do think Lupe Godinez is gonna do exactly what everyone else has been doing, the same formula, the same thing. So I got Lupe Godinez on this one. And I haven't been telling everybody what my actual prediction. I think Lupe Godinez, yikes. I think first round slam, and then rear naked choke. Okay. I'm just gonna jump up here quickly because this will be a long video. So let's go with Jared Cannonier and Michael Venom Page. This is actually a really underrated fight, because it's like, you look at this pay-per-view card and you're thinking, why would I pay $80 for this? I still wouldn't regardless, because $80 is freaking ridiculous. I mean, if it was like, you know, UFC 217 all over again, then maybe. But it's not. So, or you remember UFC 205? That was worth $80, okay? But like, I don't want to disrespect the fighters here. It's more just the matchups and what they're providing. So, yeah. So Jared Cannonier and Michael Venom Page. I got Michael Venom Page right away. I didn't even have to think about this one. Jared Cannonier is criminally underrated. Like, he's so good, but the way, I just don't think he's gonna be able to match the movement with MVP. So MVP, honestly, MVP, second round TKO. Jeff Neal and Carlos Prates. This is actually a really good one. I just feel like Jeff Neal can hang in there. Is actually also very criminally underrated. But I do feel like Carlos Prates probably have more the edge in terms of on the feet and whatnot. And like, I think on the feet, Carlos Prates is really good. I think he messed up in his last fight. Was a little too nice to his opponent. But I got Carlos Prates. Third round, a decision win. Leon Murphy and Aaron Pico. Now, if people don't know who Aaron Pico is, and you better know who he is, he was a huge fighter in Bellator, and even then, he wasn't like a champion or was he a champ? I don't think he won the belt or anything. But he was a big star in Bellator. I mean, he was freaking good, and he's still young. So he still has a lot of potential to grow. It's just a matter of how good he's going to be going to UFC. There's been that controversy. How good? Excuse me. How good are you until you get to the UFC? Compare UFC fighters in Bellator. Anybody can win, honestly. But it's been a bit of a weird thing lately. Bellator fighters going to UFC has not been working out lately. But Aaron Pico, I think, is different. Aaron Pico is freaking good everywhere. Lerone Murphy, he's very, very good UK fighter. He's actually quite fun to watch too. But I think Aaron Pico is big, and I think Aaron Pico kind of has an answer for everything anywhere it goes. Aaron Pico, I think, is gonna, I don't know if he's gonna get a finish in this fight, knockout or submission, but I do have him going. I got Aaron Pico, I think more decision win, but like a 30-27 fight. Alright, so main event, Dragos Duplessis and Hamza Chimaev. If, because I'm not on my MMA channel, I'm going to say whatever I want. Hamza Chimaev, I've lost complete respect for. I'm just going to throw that out of the gate. I'm not trying to make this bias at all, but I've lost complete respect for him. After he scripted that one card, missed a bunch of weight, and then acted like nothing happened. Like, at least have a little bit of respect for yourself and everybody say, hey, I'm sorry for missing weight, but, I apologize to my opponent. No, he just went out and looked like a complete ass. But again, we gotta move on and whatever. But he is very good wrestler. But I am curious what his cardio is gonna be like, because DDP does not quit. This man does not quit, and that's why he's a champion. He might not be the most skilled. It's weird when you say not the most skilled, technical. But it's weird how this guy just wins. I think he's got such a strange style that people can't prepare for it. They're like, I don't know how to mimic that. DDP is freaking a lot better. He's also criminally underrated. He's so good, but in a weird way. It's wild. He's good in anything. He can wrestle, he can fight on the feet. He's got crazy power, a lot more power than people think. And I think Hamza is gonna blitz right from the gate, and you're gonna watch Hamza gas himself out 100%. And I think this is gonna be a wake-up call for Hamza. I don't think he's had a really wake-up call yet. He's gonna get his ass beat. I can see 4th or 5th round TKO for the champion. I just think that Hamza is really good, but he needs a fight to lose bad to kind of realize, okay, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's see what we need to do to fix it. And I have no doubt that Hamza could probably be a future champion. I'm not doubting that at all. But in this fight, DDP is just too damn good. He's riding that momentum right now. And I think he's got this one 4th or 5th round TKO for 100%. He's got to walk Hamza down 4th or 5th round, or maybe even 3rd, and just tee him off. So, 3rd or 4th or 5th round TKO. Dragos still knocks Duplessis. So, that's my prediction for this card, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content. I will try to upload once or twice or maybe 3 times a week. So please sure to share this and like this video and share this with your friends and family. And we'll see you guys next time. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the fights tomorrow night. And we'll see you guys next time. And see ya.